Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason, the regular season, or with a fantasy draft.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Leading the Vikings, there's the reigning NFL Coach of the Year, Kevin O'Connell. Has a 14 and a 13-win season under his belt in his 3 years in charge. And on the other side, a first-year coach a lot of people are excited about in Chicago. That's Ben Johnson. It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year, the 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie, but he could be playing the part of the league MVP, and maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a 3rd pass now here. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. That one's caught by Jefferson. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Off the play fake. It's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Again, McCarthy to throw. He's loaded another one up. Brought in inside the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. All right, so nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win. Well, they put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. But you can't start much better than that.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Luther Burden now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 17-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Williams with 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. And he's tackled for a short gain.
that's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and he forced a 4th down.
Collects this at the 35. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They're quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, we start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Second and 10.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Oh, he puts him. This is brought in at the 15. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it. I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Reichert connects there. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. That's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Devin Duvernay to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. New set of downs for them, and starts at the 38.
And the Bears, first down.
First down throw by Williams. He'll step up, and there he goes. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40.
Working from the gun, Williams. And they don't get any help on this second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
He steps out of bounds.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Williams from the gun. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So first down from the 41.
Bears, first down.
Here's Williams. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
3rd and long for him here. Going all the way to the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much.
Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Here's Swift to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Williams to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Williams will look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. That's taken at the 15. That'll be the first and more. And we'll love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Play action, McCarthy. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Hawkinson, incomplete. Good coverage by Jaquan Brisker.
McCarthy to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He throws a bullet deep to the... He's got it inside the 25. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on the fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the upright. And the Vikings take a 3-possession lead.
17. Bears nothing. Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's not quite over yet, but it took a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Now here's Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he's going to get a few here, brought down at the 33-yard line.
DeAndre Swift. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
On play action, Williams. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
First and 10.
All set to go now from the 35. First and 10. Here's Jones. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Second down carry for Jones. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings make it a 24-point ball game.
Bears nothing. Will Reichert to kick off for the
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. 3rd and now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Bears take over.
Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They send the tight end in motion. First down, here's Swift. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. To To throw is Williams. They set up the screen here to Swift. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. To throw, Williams. Big strike here to Moore. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season.
The players on your team earn some X. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Wide receiver, number 18, Justin Jefferson.
On the Falcons sideline, their head coach, Raheem Morris. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. On the other sideline, it is the Vikings head coach, Kevin O'Connell. His guys, on the other hand, were winners in their opener a week ago, so they'll try to make it 2-0 to start the season. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So, the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Another Vikings first down.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. It's 2nd down. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here.
And he's in! Touchdown, Minnesota. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. And That is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hours spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, it's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Riker, good with the extra point. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ray McLeod on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
I think when you take a step back and you look at last week's loss, I think there was some good and there was some bad. And I think you could really say that about the entire team. The 2 touchdown passes were great. Of course, he's got to stop giving the ball away with the interception. But I think if he continues to clean up some of his fundamentals, continue to improve his decision-making, and then on top of that, guys around him just have to continue to play better.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They come up now on 3rd down and 4 to go. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and come out to the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense ready now for their second drive. Greg, the NFC North has become such a fun division over the last few years. Think of the geography and the legacy. It's always been, because of the proximity, a fun division with great rivalries. But with almost all the teams playing well, save the Bears over the last few years, it's almost heightened the awareness of how good the NFC North can be.
Yeah, I think going into the season, I make the argument it's the best division in football. And I think when the worst team, I know they were 5-12 with the Chicago Bears, but to me, there's a lot of wins built in there. Now they bring in Ben Johnson. They continue to build around Caleb Williams. That feels like there's a lot more wins built into that 5-12 record if they just get themselves organized and get some pieces around Caleb Williams, and that's what they've done. So, yes, Detroit and Minnesota, Green Bay, they've clearly been the top 3 for the last couple years, but if Chicago and that roster, if that's your 4th best team in your division, man, I'll tell you what, those are going to be some really competitive division games this year.
And I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's the length of the franchises, but when these divisions go head-to-head, there always is a legacy.
Our look around the league starts now, and it starts with a good one here. Okay, Mike, thanks very much. It's our second week in studio, second week of the NFL season.
Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. When you mentioned Super Bowl teams, Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. In Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these...
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Vikings have the takeaway.
On the play, recovered by the Vikings.
They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. This one's batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again is McCarthy. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now third and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLeod now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
1st and 10.
The Falcons offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener, and you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Here's second down and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the
From the gun,
43.
it's Penix. That one taken in by London. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down.
Now the spike as the clock ticks under 50 seconds to play. Here's second down. From the gun, here is Penix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Andrew Van Ginkel. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That is in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's another
1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 30. First down, Falcons.
Now Penix. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Now on 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
They'll throw. It's Penix. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here we go. One final play. And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to come up with the late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So a win here for the Vikings. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season.
Up here in the north, this is the land of Vikings, and with the Yallar horn bellowing throughout U.S. Bank Stadium, a Nordic nation of 70,000 strong rises up with a cry of Skol to usher two teams into battle. Up next, it's our main event between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. On the Bengals sideline, that's head coach Zach Taylor. This side unable to make it 2-0 to start the year, dropping their game last week. Running the show across the field, that's Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. So happy you could join us today. I'm Kate Scott with Brock Heward. It is time for some football. And we're off from U.S. Bank Stadium. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, won his second Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the last team memory, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the last, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. Expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
We've set it down from 37.
Here we go.
And the Bengal first down.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. At the 37-yard line.
Here's Brown again. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
But it's 4th down.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. And they're going to choose not to go for it here, and their punt team is out there. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Off to the races, middle of the field. Now he's past the 25. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get some late points and the lead. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown.
Well, that was quite a way to begin this game, Kate, offensively. Quite a worrying way for those 11 guys defensively. We know that stopping the run's a core component of all of these defensive game plans, and they just put that plan through the shredder.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Right, ready to send this one away. Hardman with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. First call here coming from the shotgun.
What's your set? 180. 42. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Bengals first down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first.
Second down.
As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
we go, here we go. Side. Ready? Side. Side.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Catch made by Chase Brown. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
It's a gain of a
Defense
yard.
gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Third and long for him here. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Chase Brown.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
It's fielded at the 14. So we get a little excitement there with a nice punt return on the final play of our first half. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin with a good battle in the AFC East. All right, Kate, thanks very much. A sad day for some.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Return coming from the 6. Making some progress here. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. And so far they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Jones with a run to start the third quarter. And he has this one past the 15. We'll start downhill in the Bengals territory. Well, we talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Jones again on second down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
A gain of a yard.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback drive power for it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Gain of 3 yards.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first.
Down.
As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Cincinnati uses its second timeout.
That's another.
And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Has a big strike to Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Mike Hurd on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Right, ready to set garbage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14.
On 2.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Going play action here. Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Right 80.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd
Here we go.
and 1.
Right 80. Shot.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th.
What is up? Hey, chance.
Motioning the tight end now. 3rd and 1. Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line.
That's good for a Bengals.
Here again, it's Burrow. Dump off caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Offense is hurrying. Time running down.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw again. It's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle
It's
the
a
line.
gain of 6. And it's 3rd
They'll
down.
motion him out of the backfield. To throw. It's caught. Chase has it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 8. And the Bengals 1st down.
Burrow on 1st down. Throwing deep here for the end zone. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Harrison Smith with the INT. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And this one, just a formality till the clock runs out. It's only one timeout remaining to stop it. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
At the 9-yard line.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. McCarthy hit. He lost the football. And it looks like they'll keep possession. Somebody jumped on that right at their own 2-yard line. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
3rd down. Here's Jones. And it's going to be a win for the Vikings here today as they get the 1st down. They can take the clock down to 0s now.
It's a gain of 11. And the Vikings 1st down.
So it's a win for the Vikings. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL as they're now up to a 3-0 start. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.
The Atlantic on the Emerald Isle as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the vibrant capital city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the visitor sideline, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. He's got his defense firing on all cylinders right now. They're coming off a shutout victory their last time out. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys have also started 3-0. So this, a battle between two of the hottest teams in football over the first month of the season. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, so happy to be here. We are underway from Dublin, folks, in the NFL International Series. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
On play action, now Rodgers. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Warren. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Now one straight ahead with Warren. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A handoff for Warren. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. On 4th down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Still on his feet. He's on his way. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Steelers, nothing.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now he's going to step up and run. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Aaron Rodgers sacked. A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the NFC West. All right, Brandon, thanks much. Lots to get to from a jam.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 8 now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Under pressure, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here we go. This is 4th down. Rudolph. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jones fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Mason. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Mason, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and
Rudolph. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go on 4th, Rudolph. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. On play action, now McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now, well, they couldn't just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it will sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up.
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. It's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
First down.
The first carry for Tyler Algier.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Throwing, Sanders.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Pickett.
And he's going to go down again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Formation for the Browns.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Rodgers on the return.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they finally get their chance on offense, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go again to Jones. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try the right side with Jones. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal from the 3. An inside give to Jones. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. An extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. To throw is Sanders. That's caught left side by Judy. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 29-yard line.
They go play action now. Sanders.
And his throw is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunate for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He'll try to pick it up himself. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards in a first.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Browns first down. First down 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
This one downfield for Tillman. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the NFC West. Okay, Brandon, thank you. The first month of the season has come and gone.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. A good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
Minnesota.
Running right, Jones. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The bootleg, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jordan Addison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
2nd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Pickett to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mekhi Blackman's got it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
An extra point forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
They'll give to Algier out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A loss of 1. It's now
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's a gain of 14 yards. And the Browns first down.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Pickett. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Midwest. The echoes of the Gallahorn and the Skol chant reverberate inside U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. On the Philly sideline, there's head coach Nick Sirianni. This team's had their ups and downs early on, 3-3 through the first 6 games. On the other sideline, it is the Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys had the week off last week, so they are, in theory, rested up and ready to get back at it. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. When you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
3rd and 5.
Pick up on the play. Third down.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt.
And it's 3 and out.
Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year one. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Everyone loves to dive into whether a bye comes at a good time or bad time. I really just think it's a matter of perspective. So here we got a team that was hot. They were rolling multiple wins going into their bye week. And I can tell you what, the energy around that building, going into a bye, know you're playing really good ball, it makes that week a lot better, certainly, than the alternative.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. They've got it. 2nd down and 2. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That one good for 29.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the ground now with Jones. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. He's going to take a shot down the field. Good coverage there in the end zone, and is incomplete. Terrific work to separate the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
13.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down.
Yards on the play. And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run. It's Jones. Not much happening there. Just a short game. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime.
10-yard line.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Jordan Addison, touchdown Vikings. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. It's up and good. The Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Still time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Jackson now to return it. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. He's putting together a very strong 1st half of the season. Currently the NFL leader in touchdown passes. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. They'll stop with just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. A second down throw for Hurts. In trouble, and down he goes. Jonathan Grenard in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down.
Third and 11.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our look across the NFL starts now, and we kick it off with a good one.
Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Let's go. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a
gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll go back to Jones on first down. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On 4th down, here's McCarthy. He's got a man. That's Felton. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff. Jones. Good blocking to the 15. And he's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executed by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Riker now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings move out on top. 14-0.
Vikings 14. Eagles 11.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jackson now to return it. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And in motion is Brown. Off the play fake. Hurts. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Jalen Hurts.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He airs this one out looking for Mechie. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down. And in motion is Brown. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Picked up by the former Eagle, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And a few kneel down should come close to closing this one out, depending on whether or not the defense wants to use those 2 timeouts they have left. But it really would just prolong what seems to be inevitable. Jones now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown and break. That's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Riker, good with the extra point. The Vikings will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jackson now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. He's been a machine in the red zone here first couple of months of the season. In fact, leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns. On 1st down, it's Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. There's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. talk things over before third down. Now Hurts, headed left, buying time. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Good for an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 10.
On first down, it's Hurts.
First down.
Forced out wide. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Hurts now. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. Stopping here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and long for Hurts. Forced out wide. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
He'll throw on 4th down with Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
There's Kevin O'Connell, NFL Coach of the Year in 2024. His Vikings head back out there. These fans set to head home happy. Very solid performance by the hometown side as they finish off a very decisive victory. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. That's caught. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
56-yard gain on the play. And the Vikings first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
He's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. That's the 2nd charge timeout for Minnesota, and it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. Second and goal, now it's from the 6-yard line. Again, it'll be Jones. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Vikings are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. as they kick it away. Jackson now to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. He airs this one out looking for Mechie. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Metellus on the coverage.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win here for the Vikings. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the LA Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 23. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 3. A run once more with Hampton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 11 carries, 62 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Go.
Herbert now. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. 3rd and 4.
380. You're out. 380.
First carry for Najee Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
A 3-yard loss.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets past one man. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chargers offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. They'll start on the ground with Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Ivan Pace on the tackle.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. On the out route, he finds Johnston. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First down. First and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Herbert. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Looking to throw McCarthy. That one all
Almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the third round. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. To the air with McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison. And that's caught inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Vikings offense had Aaron Jones headed back onto the field. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Throwing is McCarthy. That is incomplete. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's McCarthy. That's down the field for Jefferson. And incomplete on the deep ball. losing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he returns this to the 22. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense and get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Here's Herbert. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That's another Chargers
Herbert. And this one finds McConkey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the
Second and 5.
line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Finds Johnston. This now a third and 4.
Quentin Johnston. A gain of a yard on the play brings up third and 4.
Now it's Herbert. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones.
Number 33.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Open man, that's Felton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
And the Vikings first down.
On play action, McCarthy. Wide open receiver complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a first down carry by Jones. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake.
And it's caught. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Jones. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Chargers.
They'll try again with Jones. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been.
Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. On the visitor's sideline, it's the Vikings headman, Kevin O'Connell. He's got his defense playing well. They enter this one coming off the shutout in the win a week ago. On the Lions side, Dan Campbell, the runner-up to O'Connell for NFL Coach of the Year a season ago. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. And off we go from Ford Field. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
I think if you asked every player around the league, going into the bye week, it is critical that you come in off of a win. It just makes the coaches in better moods. It makes everybody in the building in a better mood. And certainly, it makes your time away from the team a little bit easier. So they've had a long week thinking back to their loss the week before, and hopefully they were able to address a lot of those issues, and they certainly want a different result today.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line.
A 7-yard gain.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
First down.
Laporta in motion.
38-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. They'll work forward to the 40-yard line. He's tackled down by Byron Murphy. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
By Jonathan Allen.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
By 20.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a tough 3rd and 15 in front of them. On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox, to punt. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently 2nd in that category. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down.
16 yards. And the Vikings first down.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one.
He was covering.
And it'll lead to a 2nd down. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. Here comes the screen to Jones. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. And the right play call. The screen goes for 15. And a first down.
A gain of 15.
They run straight ahead with Jones. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. To the goal line and in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 4th TD grab of the season.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
on now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. The kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Khalif Raymond to return it. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense going to take over just before the half. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. Here's Goff. That one taken in by St. Brown. The Lions all their first time out. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
It's a gain of 9.
Now it's second and 1.
Second and a yard at the 31-yard line.
To throw is Goff. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And 1.
From the gun, it's Goff. And on third down, that ball's incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
It's third down. And 7 yards to go.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives them a first down.
44-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. The Lions hold their first time out. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
It's second and inches at the 20-yard line.
They run it once more with Jones. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And that is their final timeout of the second half. And of note, that means they will not be able to challenge the rest of the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw, it's McCarthy. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up second down.
Reed there defensively.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. That is caught at the 3. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
16 yards. And the Vikings first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Mason is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Riker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings move out on top, 14-0.
14, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Raymond now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry for David Montgomery. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll drop to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
It's now 3rd down.
Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. Goff. He finds Raymond for the completion. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Jones now on 1st and 10. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground for about 7. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
On the handoff, Jones. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
And the Vikings, first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run it here with Jones. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Vikings.
Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Will Riker now on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Vikings will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Raymond now to return it. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Lions take over.
The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing, Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. Hey, out of bounds. We're going to mark him at the 35.
And the Lions, first down.
On first and 10, here's Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Try again. It's second and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to the air, it's Goff. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to let this one go for Raymond. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Midwest. The echoes of the Gallahorn and the Skull chant reverberate inside U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. On the Baltimore sideline, a look at head coach John Harbaugh. His guys playing extremely well, 6-2 in their last 8. On the other sideline, it is the Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys ready to see how they match up in a battle between two Super Bowl contenders. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Off we go from downtown Minneapolis. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
From the gun, Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers.
Jackson.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
One of the tight ends in motion right
at the 41-yard line.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
2 yards on the play.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. That is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Ivan Pace gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. 4th down. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. First play, and McCarthy to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. You let this go deep for Jefferson. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Riker. His kick is good, and the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead.
7-0.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. LeJohntay Wester now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. It's Week 10, Veterans Day coming up on Tuesday, by the way. We salute all the brave men and women who keep our country safe. This one's for you.
Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 to score as the third quarter begins. Price now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 30-yard line.
A give to Jones, heading right. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
And 1.
Go! They'll run. This is Mason. A gain there of 11. It'll be a Vikings first down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Jones. Room to run inside the 40. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Jones, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. And that is their final timeout of the second half. And of note, that means they will not be able to challenge the rest of the game. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Now Jones, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. 3rd down, way to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. begins this fourth quarter. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. That's his second touchdown this month, and he's got a half dozen for the year.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Riker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. The Vikings move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Wester now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
A first down throw for Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. It is second and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
Jackson looking to throw.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the Vikings' 46-yard line.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The crowd, frankly.